rich. I'ma show them how to run it. Yeah. On my shit, fuck a bitch, you ain't slick, see, I'ma show them how to run it. Nah, I don't shake and jive, I stay live, I'm counting riches, yeah, I'm trying to get back in my line. Fuck a bitch, cause I'm from the O side, when we fly, still making hits, rapping for the east side, let's get high. I'm taking flight, do it like a big dog in my prime. It's time to eat, bring my pasta with beats, come join the feast, get off your ass and get on your feet. Fuck the excuses, cause it's all in reach. I turn the winter nights to ball and heat. I never throw shit on.
Yo, Krown 360, we back, motherfuckers.
That's how we fucking roll.
Come on, AP. I ain't even scared you like that. Hey, my bad.
Hey, shout out to my man. That was my man Rock the Mike Dice song. I'm gonna feature on that. That was the Run It. Shout out to Rock the Mike Dice for that.
Shout out to RTMD. You know what I'm saying? And Hunter be here shortly. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what episode number this is. I'm gonna say it's 90. Episode 90, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I might be wrong, but don't hold me to it. Hunter, hurry up. All right. What's good with you, though, AP, before I get started? Everything all right with you?
Chilling, man. Everything right? Great. Yeah.
Came in, you was in the pocket.
Blessed to be here, man.
Yeah, you was in the pocket. You was peaceful when you came in. The opposite of me. I was a little turned up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it seemed like you had a rough day, man.
Yeah, I had one of those days that only a black man has. You know what I'm saying? Only a creative, good black man has. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nigga go through shit all day. Nigga don't give a fuck. Nobody give a fuck about the black man.
I don't know the story, so I don't know if you want to run back through it. Or,
This. I'm gonna give a vague little story for the people. You know what I'm saying? Is that I'm learning in my journey. You know what I'm saying? As a creative black man, trying to be not trying to be, but doing it, being a leader of a household and all that, and with that indoors. You know what I'm saying? But in that process, I'm learning that it's a lot of things that brothers don't really get a light shine on in this process because we be alone in this journey. Like, we don't have fellowship of brothers that be really being able to talk about this shit. One thing I'm realizing is that niggas be in full-fledged relationships and be lonely as fuck. Lonely, nigga. I'm talking about married with kids, but lonely. And I'm seeing this shit is a real thing. Like, this shit ain't just a one-person thing. It's many niggas that is out here trying to juggle having a 9-to-5, having dreams and aspirations, being creative on the lens, and trying to be business acclimated behind the lens. And yet we'll have a woman at home that just sits there, that just goes to work, come home, and go to sleep. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you is taking care of the home is something that, you know, a woman should get credit for. But one thing is, black people, we don't know how to do is invest in each other when we see value in each other. And black men, we don't get that lens of our own women seeing us being valuable until somebody else says, oh, he's valuable. And then our women be like, oh, I always knew he was valuable. But why you ain't show me though? You ain't show me until you got the reminder yourself.
Yeah. So when you say, like, you seem like you're in a very creative space right now.
I'm in a very
elaborate on that. Like, so just give me some things, because I'm trying to understand the full picture before I give my opinion. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. For instance, I've been talking to some black men, right, and including myself. You know what I'm saying? That's juggling a lot. And what I'm saying is, there's a line drawn in the middle with creative people and non-creative people, right?
Fact. And
for some reason, these people keep meeting and falling in love and being with each other, right?
Fact.
Maybe that's a balance. Maybe that's the balance. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's also like an awareness level that both sides have to be when we are coexisting. And I'm seeing that the brothers don't get that type of look at all the things that they're trying to do until they accomplished it. Until they get to the mountaintop and say, oh yeah, I finally got the money, I finally got the fame. And now all of a sudden the woman wants to be, oh, and I've always held you down. Yeah. But nah, so I'm like, what I'm realizing is just because you sitting there don't mean that you supporting me. Yeah. Just because you in the apartment with me don't mean you my partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a certain level of disconnect that I think we have as friends, that we have as as husband and wife, as family members. We compartmentalize shit. Yeah. And we don't look at each other as value. And I'm realizing that, my nigga, like it's certain things, like for instance, and I don't mean to rant, but I'm angry. I don't give a fuck. But motherfuckers ask me, my own people will ask me, when y'all gonna get married? I bought my woman a ring and everything. I'm faithful in the motherfucker. I'm one of the greatest niggas I know. You know, I tell you that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But my people don't ever ask me, how you investing in your woman? Is she better with you in her life than she was without you? Are you better? You know what I'm saying? They don't have these conversations. They want to know, when is our last names going to coincide? When we going to have a wedding?
Right.
But they don't ever ask the important questions. And the important questions is to them is some traditional shit. It ain't never about the person I am, the person she is, and what we're embarking on and accomplishing together in this journey. It's all about the cosmetics of how shit looks.
Yeah.
And that shit be disgusting to me, bro.
Well, that's always gonna be the opinion from people looking on the outside. Do you feel like you're better with your woman?
I feel like I'm better with my woman. I feel like she's better with me. But I feel like that if we was to fall in line with what the world would want us to do to validate that, to show them that, I think that would cause disruptions. And I think that shit cause a lot of disruption in people's relationships. Marriage, i.e. marriage, is a business arrangement.
So my take on it, and I agree with everything you saying. I go through that shit sometimes. You feel like, you know, you doing all this shit, nobody appreciate it. And if it's one person you want to appreciate your efforts that you're trying to put out to the world, it's your woman.
It's your woman.
What I found, and I'll be celebrating my 10th year anniversary in September.
Congrats.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to brag or anything. I had no clue in the first few years of my marriage that I would ever be telling anybody that I'm celebrating my 10th year marriage.
Okay.
But September 12th, I'll be celebrating my 10th year with my wife.
Okay.
One thing I learned over these last 10 years is that communication is critical, you know what I'm saying, and maintaining a balance in a relationship. Because a lot of times you feel how you feel about one thing, she feel how she feel about a whole nother set of shit that don't got nothing to do with you feel on your end. Your shit is the creativeness and this and this and this, and there's probably a great reason of why she's not connecting with you on that level. You just have to, as you know, dig into what that is. And then once you understand what that is and she understands your problem, y'all find the middle ground in that.
Right.
And if you step your game, maybe it's something you lacking and you just don't know it, and she's lacking, she may not know it. Once y'all both step y'all game and y'all come in the middle, it's supposed to be better. You know what I mean? So a lot of times with me, I'd be like, man, you know, I'm doing podcasts. She don't listen to my podcast. She don't fucking love me. And then I say, all right, fuck it. I just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go talk to her. And when I go talk to her, she start kicking me shit that she feel about shit I had no clue. So what I do is I step my game up on my end, and she'll do the same for me and start giving me what I'm missing. Another thing, you know what I'm saying, not to get too personal in the conversation, I got 2 children. Okay. So I actually watched my wife go through delivering 2 kids, which is like some of the most amazing shit I ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that shit.
Facts.
I couldn't carry a child, have a whole life growing inside me and understand what that feel like. So when you talk about being creative, she has a life being created inside of her. She may not even understand what the fuck is going on with her. So that 9 months for you
is hell.
It's gonna be hell. It's gonna be part of the transition. You're gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days. You're not gonna understand a lot of it because there's a whole lot of shit going on right now. You feel me? But if you just put yourself in the position to be like, you got a whole child, a whole life being formed inside of you that you're going to have to deliver into this world. You know what I'm saying? And your role as a strong black man who made the decision to be there for your woman is to support that situation so that goes as smooth as possible.
Right.
So your child can come here with no issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
Just straight up.
Facts. But see, go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm saying like my first child, I wasn't really there like that. You know what I'm saying? I was doing whatever the fuck I was doing. You know what I mean? So the second time I was there for the whole ride and really seen that shit firsthand and played my role the way I was supposed to. I think I was young the first time, so you know a lot of my immature ways got in the middle of me not really doing what I was supposed to do as a man, or just being too selfish in how I felt about the way I thought life was supposed to be going at the time.
Yeah.
But once you make the decision, which you're not married right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah.
But once you get married, you kind of make that decision to ride this motherfucker out with that person.
But see, let me. I'm glad you said that because this is where I'm different. I'm different than the average nigga, right? Because I'm not married on paper, but because I grew up in a 2-parent household. The moment I decided to move in with my woman was the moment I decided I'm gonna ride this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because being in a 2-parent household, you see a close view about how that shit works, the intangibles. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that I would never move in with a bitch unless I was serious about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like serious, like marriage serious. So the day I decided I'm gonna move in with my shorty was the day she became my wife. Fuck a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? That was the day that I started investing in her about who she is, not about what I want out of her, about what would be the best for her. I started doing shit like getting her close to her father again, being the bridge to help bridge that gap. Just certain shit that the average boyfriend never does because niggas put so much on titles. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I wish in a perfect world that people would stop putting so much shit on traditional shit or putting shit on titles or putting shit on just certain frivolous acts and start looking at who people are on a day-to-day, my nigga. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm realizing being a black man and a creative man is the most loneliest ride, nigga. Like, no, like the homie Rodney said earlier. Sometimes my energy goes low and my energy ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, and I'm not alone in this. Sometimes men, when we are at our lowest, we can't even look at our women to uplift us because they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand this is their time to chime in. It's like, put me in the game, coach. They don't know this is the time to get them in the game. Sometimes they so used to you enduring, they don't see, this nigga bleeding right now. You know what I'm saying? Let me help heal his wounds. They don't see that shit because they think a nigga just supposed to keep going through shit.
Yeah. Well, like I said, a lot, I disagree to an extent, but not enough to challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, true.
Nah, real shit. I mean, because like I said, like it's more than just a piece of paper. You believe in God?
I don't believe in God the way that the construct of religion tell you, like pie in the sky type shit. But I believe in a higher power.
I think it's a little bit more than just a piece of paper. It's all in, everybody's situation is different. You know what I mean? Because everybody got different motives about why they marry somebody.
So before they got a piece of paper, though, people were still becoming a union.
Yeah, but before you go in front of God and vow that you gonna be with that motherfucker till death do you part, good times, bad times, and all that good shit, you can roll anytime you want to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just facts. Like, you could just, so it's anytime today, tomorrow, you wake up, you don't want to be with your girl no more, you could just leave. You know what I'm saying?
See, hold up, but I could do that being married.
You could.
And people do that. Divorce is growing all the time.
Yeah, but I think marriage is like that other level where you don't just do that with somebody that you can just walk out on that easy. You know what I'm saying?
But this is why I disagree emphatically, because I feel like people base their, not you, but I'm saying I feel like most people base their identities on the fact that they signed up for something to endure. But what I'm saying is, I'm telling you that I've already signed up.
So why buy a ring then if you don't?
I did it for her. I didn't do it for me. I did it because listen, and I said this on air before, because I can go to whoever and tell you that's my wife, and if you tell me nah, I ain't married, I can say fuck you. And be confident with that. I don't go back and say I need to marry so AP can look at my motherfucking relationship is real. No, but I can't. I'm not gonna project that to my woman. I'm not gonna say you should be like that too. She might not, nigga. No, she's not like that. So look, take this ring. So when you say my husband, motherfuckers don't question you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, me personally, I believe God was in my God never stopped being in my life. God never stopped. It's not a one day God never stopped being in my life. God never once stopped being in my relationship. The day I started dealing with her, God's been in it. But the thing about it is we put so much in us as black people, as people that we don't understand that before the government started being with papers and signing papers and shit, niggas was still having unions. And it's still being respected under God, however you want to call it. But now we put so much onus on this paper, and this paper be the reason why niggas is unhappy, because the paper it has a lot of preconceived notions. Oh, you my husband now, you my wife now, you gotta act like this. But really, you should have been like that when the moment that you realize this is the person I want to be with. You shouldn't have to sign no paper to realize now you should be invested in your partner. Should no traditional ceremonial shit validate what you do on a day-to-day with your woman. You know what I'm saying? And another reason why I factly disagree with that type of shit. And I said this before because I see niggas that did all that traditional shit and be with each other for 40 fucking years and kill each other's dreams the whole ride. But because they got pictures to say they've been married, it's enough for them to shit on my 7-year relationship because I ain't married. It's enough for them. I see people who've been married have kids. Their kids ain't shit. I'm talking about people inside. Inside they not shit. But yet, because I ain't married and I'm having a son, my son is a bastard. He's out of wedlock. He has no value. The fuck out of here. That's ridiculous to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at no paper, bro. God was in your relationship, in my relationship, the moment that we said this is gonna be the one. And if the moment that you said was when you got your ring, that's cool. But the moment I said was when I signed my motherfucking apartment lease. Cause I ain't signed no apartment lease with no woman that I don't see a future with. That's just me. I don't need in-home pussy like that.
Yeah, like I said, I respect that. Shit, like I said, I just see things a little differently. You know what I'm saying? You asked the question, you like, do you know a relationship that's working? I do. My mother and father-in-law. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I've been
but I ain't say working though. See, I don't.
No, you said it's people that's happy, going through ups and downs and shit like that. Like I can point to couples that I see that.
Nah, that's not what I said though.
Okay.
I said what I was saying was, do you know a black couple that's happy with each other, setting goals and accomplishing them together? I'm not talking about black people going through shit because we know how to endure shit. But do we know how to be successful with each other by starting at the bottom first? We don't do that. Normally, when you see a black couple that starts at the bottom, they stay at the fucking bottom. They stay at the bottom.
And like I said, I see a couple. I can say yes. That's why I just didn't say anything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you got one.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like for me, shit, I don't know where I'd be without my wife. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as her being like my peace. How you doing, my brother?
Oh man, y'all talking about some good shit.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like she my peace away from all this crazy shit that going on in the world. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of times I'm not really at ease until I go home and lay my head down at home. So you know when you talk about marriage, it's like a piece of paper. Yeah, you sign a piece of paper to be married, but I just see it a little differently. So it's like, you know, it's not just a piece of paper to me. You know what I'm saying? I've been through shit that I don't want to share on the air.
No, I wish you that.
That let me know that, okay, she riding for me. She might not listen to all my songs, but where she pick up at is irreplaceable. You know what I'm saying?
You on that.
And the way she cared for my children, you know what I'm saying? The type of mother she is to my kids is supportive of my dreams enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not able to be here with y'all niggas right now. Doing this podcast without a strong woman at home taking care of them kids.
Nah, I feel
and
you.
taking care of them in a good way, because she could easily be at a pool party with a cucumber halfway up in her ass. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
facts, right? You could be
Extreme
married.
facts.
You could be married to that chick where you can't go podcast on Wednesday nights because that's her happy hour night. Not to say there's nothing wrong with happy hour, but we talking about like supporting dreams and shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a person that's just gonna sit there and allow you to chase your dreams.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's true.
So
that's
it's
true.
like,
that's true.
like just because they not,
That's
you know
true.
what I'm
That's
saying?
true, AP.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's
Absolutely
like I look at it differently. Like sometimes I push my wife like, why you don't do more? Why you don't do this? I want to do this and do this. It's just not what she want to do.
Right.
She wants to be at home, be safe, have kids. Her kids be productive in society, have a nice home that she's comfortable in, make her money and stay out the way. I can't put the fact that I want to be a rapper and a clothes designer and all. I can't put that on her. But without her, I'm not allowed to move the way that I move.
Right.
Y'all can call me and say, we doing a show in September. We going to Miami in November. We doing this, we doing that. I can say, bet I'm there because I know I got my other half is going to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? I don't always have to be there. A lot of niggas is on child support. Bitches is these niggas working 2 jobs at night and these bitches sucking and fucking all night while their nigga at work. You know what I'm saying? So don't not appreciate the motherfucker who just wants to sit there and be supportive in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I like that.
Let me interject, right? Because I've been listening to what y'all saying, right?
That's cool, honey, for y'all.
Hey, I'm back. I'm here. I ain't gonna say I'm back. I'm here. But to kind of back up a little bit, when you go into putting these unions together, how much of that foundation do you establish on who she is, who you are, and what y'all going to build together, despite what tradition says? It's
different. It's difficult to do that because most motherfuckers is doing that representative shit where they lying to kick it. They're you got any dreams and bitches too? Me too. Nobody, you ain't never on the first date with somebody and say, "Oh yeah, I want to be shit." They be like, "I don't want to be shit." Motherfucker will mimic you to be in your same air.
Well, this speaks towards something my mans was talking about on their show the other night. Shout out to the OT show about like dating. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people take a bad energy or priority or focus into dating and wonder why it spills over into an engagement or into a marriage to where you're not yoked, you're not on the same page, you're not focused, you're not headed in the same direction. And it's like, well, damn, I didn't put these years in, this time in, this effort, this emotion.
Yeah.
How come it ain't working out? Are we properly assessing things as we go along at the beginning to see if it's going to work out as much as we know in the bigger picture? Because the future's unknown.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's one of the things about committing to people in the present. Life got a whole different game plan for you than what you may know. Might be in your best interest, some of the curveballs life throw at you. People don't always respond to them in the way that's going to result in them getting over the hump or getting to being the better person that they can be. So it's interesting what we're talking about. But I just wanted to throw that in there.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think it's any truth to black men choosing to be with white women because they have more peace being with them than they are with sisters? Do y'all think it's any truth to that?
Yeah, to an extent, some dudes, yeah. Some dudes do feel that way. I think some dudes do.
Well, we know some dudes feel like that, but do you think that is a valid opinion about a lot of black women not really being conducive for peace?
I think that speaks towards the disconnect between black men and women.
Mm-hmm. I see it. I can't say that. I ain't never been with no white woman, and I don't really get no issues out of my woman. So I would be very disrespectful up here to be saying my woman she don't talk back to me. She don't do no crazy shit like that. She firm, but she don't do all that wild shit that I know you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I can't say that. Yeah, I agree with that because I would be putting that on her. Not like that. And I never been with a white woman. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I wanted to get with a white woman because I heard they was nasty. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That's the only thing.
That's facts. No, that's facts.
You know, that's true. I'm not about to give her more credit than my sisters. Even though some of my sisters thoroughly disappoint me with the post dogging black men. And somebody just posted something just now. It was a picture. It was like 5 pictures of the process of a woman being pregnant and the kid growing up and graduating college. And they was like, what's missing? There was never a man in the picture. And I reposted and I said, stop disrespecting me and niggas like me.
Yes, man.
All my niggas take care of their kids. Don't make me start naming these niggas. All my niggas take care of their kids. Talk about them, man. Let me tell you why all my niggas take care of their kids. Because I couldn't fuck with a nigga who didn't take care of their kids.
Facts, King.
So, bitch, just because you gave your pussy up to a raggedy nigga, that's your fault. Stop talking shit about all black niggas and be a part of the motherfucking solution instead of the problem. Like, I see like bitches that get on Facebook and be like, oh, all black men cheat, and them bitches then cheated with a black man.
Like niggas like jerking off.
I ain't thinking
if you or your bitches stop cheating with niggas won't cheat.
Now, I've been telling women that recently when it comes to that argument. I'm glad you brought that up. Because niggas ain't shit by themselves.
No,
a nigga ain't breaking your heart.
If I ain't shit, I gotta have an ain't shit bitch that's helping me not be shit.
Man,
so stop putting that on me. If most black niggas need help, we just too afraid to say it. When I hear you talk right now, brother, you looking for support. Yeah. You looking for a different kind of support.
Yeah, talk that shit.
And it's hard when you're
thorough
nigga.
Talk that shit, kid.
To tell somebody, motherfucker, listen, I'm having a weak moment right now. I need you.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, we need to start supporting each other. You know how you talk about like you charity. And you like, man, I want to solve the bigger problem. To me, the bigger problem with black people is black people.
Oh,
we don't need no fucking.
That's how you feel today.
We don't need no fucking reparations. We need our women to love our men and our men to love our women, and we need brothers to love brothers. That's facts. That's it. That's all. If we do that, we'll solve all this shit. If we stop murdering each other, start loving each other, we'll be all right. But all I see is bitches with cucumbers in their ass.
Yeah.
T Grizzly car got shot up.
Yeah.
And you motherfuckers worried about chicken sandwiches.
First of all,
put the phone back
before we get to that shit. First of all,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's buck some shots off.
For Brother Fresh.
For Fresh Money, the legend. And we're not going to talk about why he's a legend. But he's a legend. But that nigga is my role model now. But one thing I will say is, all you bitches sucking cucumbers, I'm about to unfollow all you bitches. Because a nigga told me the other day that he saw his wife on the joint sucking a cucumber, and this nigga ain't got no head in damn near months.
You lying.
This bitch was disrespectful.
Bruh, I be thanking God when I see these videos that I ain't never got to worry about that. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel
So
you.
it's like when you be mad, I be like, nigga, I ain't mad.
No.
Because the alternative is fucked up.
Hey, nigga, and I'm with you, my nigga. No, I'm with you. But see, this is one of my. I'm like that song. I'm like that Prince song. That maybe I'm just like my mother.
Yeah.
She's never sad. That's me, nigga.
Yeah.
I want more, nigga.
Yeah.
I always want more. I wake up every day wanting more, nigga.
Yeah.
And it's just when I don't see that sometimes, it fucks with me because I don't understand how we could be in the same tax bracket, how we could be sharing the same space, and you don't want more.
Yeah.
I want more. This shit's killing me inside.
But see, you have to figure out what her more is. Her more could be different than yours. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, nigga, I want to be a rapper. I want to make clothes. I want to be podcast. I want to be Joe Budden. She want a bigger house and to travel. So if I ain't took her out of town recently and the house is still small, I'm not giving her more.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Hold up. But is that based on me?
Yeah, because go ahead. I'm sorry, my brother.
I think it goes back to what I was interjecting. What are you establishing as the foundation, the pillars of what you're gonna build your relationship on? If I'm pretty sure your woman knew when she met you that you was rapping,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
Do you know what her passions are in life?
There are none.
No, you can't say that. Because now you're just saying that she has no purpose. And
I didn't say that.
That's two different things.
No, that's two different
Okay,
things.
not saying, but it's like she might have a passion that just may be so far from what yours is.
No. Or could it be that she don't know her passions?
Very
Facts.
possible.
So now your job is to help her find it.
But this is my point, and I'm glad you said
agree
that,
with that.
because I've been doing that. But it comes to a point where we all are. We have to be accountable with our own mind and 2 arms and 2 legs.
Right.
So it's like I can talk till I'm blue in the face.
Right.
But if you're not doing nothing with what I'm saying, then I'm just talking for no reason.
No, it's not. Because some people don't get it when you want them to get it.
But that's true too, and that's
Very
factual.
rarely.
That's factual information.
All relationships, dog. The top.
Oh, I'm loving it. Fresh
It's
this
probably
episode.
5, but nigga, compromise, communication, my nigga.
Women don't know how to communicate.
Right.
Women do not know how to
Right.
communicate.
So now your job as the man is to figure out a way. I struggle with figuring out how to communicate with my woman. It's easy for me to come in here with y'all niggas and just be like, I just want some nasty head and I want my fried chicken, and I go home and I freeze the fuck out. I see her ass and I be like, we need to talk, and I just be looking at the side of her head. The words don't come out. So nigga, you might gotta write a letter or something.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
nasty head
Like
and
no
fried
bullshit.
chicken.
Like I gotta really find ways to communicate, and then when I do, it's such a relief because I always learn something I didn't know before going in. This shit just happened to me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just listening to you.
Nah, nigga,
Because I was just feeling like you, and then when I realized that I wasn't perfect, the way I was seeing things, it's 2 people in this relationship. It humbled me.
Right.
Because when I heard her, I was like, damn.
But do like see niggas love sports, right? Do niggas look at building a relationship the same way Stockton and Malone mastered that pick and roll?
Fuck no.
Let me tell you
The same way Jordan
let me tell
and
you who
Pippen.
looked at it that way, and we all Nipsey Hussle. If you look at him, nigga, he made sure his foundation was right. That was why he was able to go be him. That was number 1 priority.
Right.
If it's not right and you made that decision that that's gonna be who it is, you gotta fix it.
No.
There's no other alternative. I'm not leaving my wife.
Right.
We're figuring this shit out.
Right.
She's not leaving me.
And that's life.
We're figuring this shit out. So when you say a piece of paper, I'm like, nah, it's bigger than that. This shit is written in blood.
But
some people
it's
think
not.
that
It's
way.
for you though. It's for you. For
Me,
you.
I can't speak for everybody.
But-
Some people think that the ring, the house, the kids, the status, the appearance of what I have is more important than what I have. People put more effort into what their relationship looks like to other people, outside validation, than what they got at home.
That's bullshit. Cause cars ain't shit. Houses ain't shit.
All that shit come and go.
It's all materialistic shit.
But that's what a lot of women predicate happiness off
What
of.
are women taught though?
You can't
see. Men and
replace-
women are taught different things.
And that's what I was saying before the show, bro. It's the beginning stages of what we're taught and what they're taught. It's night and day, my nigga. So when we grow to be adults, nigga, like no, you're not no boy, no a teenager, no father is telling us as kids to find a woman, a good woman that could be your savior and knight in shining armor, and find a way to domesticate, and you could be a stay-at-home dad. Nobody is telling us that.
Men are taught.
Let's name some powerful niggas that we all look up to.
In regards to relationships?
I look up to me.
I know that, nigga. Listen, turn the camera around.
Got you.
We all know that this nigga looks up to himself. And I respect it. I swear to God.
If Joe can have a concert.
But no, really, do we respect LeBron James?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Do we respect Nip?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nip was a
Do
great
we
one.
respect come on, help me out, fellas.
I'm thinking.
These ain't the only niggas.
I know,
we respect.
I'm thinking.
Don't say Jay, because we about to get to Jay.
No, I mean, we respect Jay. We respect Jay. Let's,
Do we? Absolutely.
Niggas ain't perfect. We respect Jay, right?
Shit happens.
What all these niggas got in common?
They got women
Strong bitches, man.
Okay.
They got bitches.
That too.
These niggas is not single. What single niggas y'all respect that's powerful? Y'all niggas respect Trey Songz's opinion about...
He can't even get that from my wife, Lucy. No.
Like, no, man, I'm being serious here, dude.
I respect Chris Brown, the prophet.
Chris Brown. Get the fuck
That's what I'm saying. But again,
Nah, I mean, maybe we do. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm asking y'all.
I respect Chris Brown, the prophet.
what I'm saying is, we don't know. And for me, I guess what I found confident, there's nothing wrong with that. What I found confident is like, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors in other people's relationships, right? So for me, I never factor it in. I lock into the situation I'm in or the relationship or connection I'm developing. There is no standard for it outside of that, because I know to be true that no two connections or relationships are alike.
And I mean, I'm not
That's
disrespecting no single niggas, so don't be in these niggas' comments and shit talking shit, because I be watching that shit. And I'll respond, motherfucker. Fuck you talking about?
Well, I mean, like, to go to your point, right? It's like, I think even to go back to what we're taught and raised upon as a society standards. Men, you're supposed to get as much ass before you say I do, because once you say I do, you can't get no more.
That's a fact, though.
And then the bad part about that, though, is they don't teach you that humans are creatures of habit. If you're going to be monogamous,
I think that's bad teaching.
it's absolutely bad teaching.
Because getting as much ass as possible can lead you down a fucked up road.
Right, because you're going to be in that
So
habit.
I'm not going to teach my son that.
Nah,
like you just said, when we kids, I'm going to be telling my son to find him a good woman. Because I think, this is just my personal opinion, you're going to be better off than chasing these bitches.
You know what I'm gonna tell my son,
You know
my
what I'm
nigga?
saying?
I'm gonna tell I've been thinking about that. You know what I'm gonna tell my son, nigga? Stay away from all these bitches, nigga. Get that money, nigga. Because at the end of the day, that era of good women, that shit dead, nigga. Don't listen to these motherfuckers, man. I would tell my son straight up, nigga. Hey, look, your grandmother, your mama, your aunt, those are anomalies, nigga. They don't make him like that no more, nigga.
Is that going to help him, though, in his day and
Get
age?
this money.
Let me tell you why that's not true, though. It's not true. You just
plenty of
gotta.
good women
You
out here.
gotta. It's they out there.
You said plenty means a plethora. No.
I think it is.
You can't see them.
I think it's more good.
Okay, why we can't see
because
him?
they fully dressed. They at
Yo,
home.
this is called the AP episode. This nigga's killing right now.
Hey.
This nigga's killing right now.
Bruh, hey, Ronnie, I know you in the other room shaking your head, nigga. They fully dressed. They at home.
So men
They got herpes on their head. We not looking at these bitches.
So men are looking for the wrong thing.
No, I mean, dog, if I pick up my phone right now, the first 8 posts is going to be some ass.
That's true.
I'm not marrying none of them bitches.
It's healthy though.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, niggas gonna look. Niggas' natural instinct is to look and lust and shit like that.
I got you.
So it's like, nigga, when you got a nice chick who's like solid on the side, like, you know,
But-
we call them boring. You boring to me.
Right. So again.
You're not exciting enough. What can you do with a cucumber and a chicken sandwich, bitch? If you can't suck a cucumber with a fucking Popeye's chicken sandwich in your ass. You know, y'all niggas we post women in the group chat.
All day. I do.
Y'all ain't never posted like she graduated
Fully clothed bitch.
from Harvard with the PhD.
Hold on, I did the other day. I did that one time the other day.
Not for that reason, like, yo, you know,
But I did that the other day.
EP. Those are the EP
That's true.
business be naked, twerking. I'm like,
That's
what did
true.
this bitch do? I go look at the page, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, you gotta really go find a good woman, nigga. It ain't gonna jump out and smack you in the face.
But time out. No. Oh, go ahead.
Here's another thing.
Ooh,
Men and women have to learn how to be there, to be supportive, to help people heal, to help people get to where they want to be. But that's not what we taught.
What word you just say that start with an S? Support. Motherfuckers don't know. We don't know how to support.
Hold up, though. I want to say something to what you just said, my nigga.
Look.
You said you got to find a good woman.
You have to go find.
No.
Eddie Murphy and Coming to America had to go find that bitch.
That movie is a movie. Now
They base movies on real shit.
To an extent.
Okay, but don't pull out Coming to America to be like
Great example of
the
that.
movie. They're like, oh, what's the real
He
shit?
had to go find the bitch.
Niggas.
Eddie Murphy wild.
Hey, you know what?
Wild as shit in real life.
Time out, AP. I agree with you. Every American nigga need to go to Africa, get you a queen in Africa that ain't possessed by this beast called America, nigga.
First of all, for Eddie Murphy, no disrespect, I don't know if he's the barometer of what we trying to talk
It
about.
was a joke. Hey, bad reference, because I don't know if he looking for niggas or bitches.
Yeah, I'm about to say, nigga, he was caught in the whip with a chick with a dick.
Oh, man, we had to
You
throw you under the bus.
literally have to go search for good women.
I
nigga.
disagree.
I disagree.
Tell
I
me why
think
you disagree.
the laws of attraction are real.
Meaning?
You got to know where your
Unpack that.
energy is. You got to know where your spirit is. You like, even I say, like, even in my 30s, you know what I'm saying? I just turned 36.
Mm-hmm.
I've dated less and less from 30 to 31, 32, 30. I've yet to meet less beautiful, talented women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not. What I have done is I've eliminated me coming across the chicks that want to be on the screen thinking about a cucumber, because I'm focused on where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ain't in the direction of going where I'm going, not necessarily specifically doing what I'm doing, but if you're not turning a dream into a goal,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not taking it from your mind to you speaking it into life, to putting it into action,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing? You can look at what somebody's doing and understand how serious they are more than listening to what they say. Words and actions got to match.
Factual information. Now, I want to say something briefly. I don't believe, I'm with Hunt on this. I believe when that was the mantra that we was given that fucks us up. Mm-hmm. Especially me, because I remember when I was younger, they told me, oh yeah, my parents would tell me, yeah, we met when we was 16. So at high school, every bitch that I like, I'm thinking, oh, this gonna be the wife. This could be the wife. Because my parents met at 16. I'm gonna meet this bitch at 16. When they got to 16, I'm like, okay, about that time now. Mm-hmm. But what I'm realizing though is that you get what you are. You would, like you said, the laws of attraction. So what I would tell my son is give everything that you think you deserve first before you start to entertain a woman. Because a woman, you getting a woman before you are accomplished in your own right can only be a disservice to both of y'all. Mm-hmm. And that's when I'm realizing a lot of times.
That's a real
great point.
dangerous place.
That's a great point.
Shout out to me for saying that.
I agree with you 110%. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that, it's hard for you to know how to take care of women and you don't even know how to take care of yourself.
Talk this shit, man.
So it's like niggas shouldn't even make that commitment until they understand who they are, what they want.
Bruh.
Because then you could better base what's a good woman and what's not.
Dog.
Because what's a good woman to Joe may not be a good woman to me and vice versa.
Yeah.
And men and
In
women
general.
in
Yeah.
general. So it's like you have to know who you are. That's why when you said, man, I'm going to tell my son, chase money, not bitches, that's all I tell my son.
Yeah. But it's not really the chasing money. It's the fact that the people's value about money is something you can't erase. It don't matter how great of a person your son is and my son will be. It's other women out there that will look at his pockets before they look at who he is.
But when you say money, I don't believe you mean like monetary. You mean like, nigga, chase success.
Yes.
Chase the word.
Talk
Just
that
dream,
shit,
chase
King.
your dream,
You
chase
talk
your-
those shit, King.
So we just say money in the sense of, nigga, if you chase your dreams, you chase your passion, you're gonna make money.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
I see you
And
on
see,
that.
appreciate
We don't
it.
mean like money.
No.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Because when you're headed down your path of success based on your definition of success, then you really can't lose. The women that come across you are even going to respect the path that you're on, even if you're not at where you're going to be at. They see you go. They see where you drive. They see where you go. Like, this nigga going somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Women,
know he
women
going
are
somewhere.
attracted to that shit too.
Because they gonna be like,
More than
regardless
anything.
if they peep your tunnel vision and your focus, it's like, okay, it don't matter what I'm doing. First of all, he's going to get the way he's going to be, and then shit. I see all these other women watching him too. He's going to have his choice of a woman.
So let me step my game up to make myself noticeable.
But I think we need to be able to balance that with men and women.
But don't let you run into a motherfucker's representative like that either. Cause a bitch will look.
Oh, talk that shit.
She'll look. Oh yeah, I'm this and I'm that. And I got your plate right here. And as soon as you get with that bitch, she ain't worth a fuck. So it's
but that's why to me, I was just texting an old friend. She just hit me up randomly. And we kind of talking about it.
Little
bitch, you fuck.
Niggas got crazy terminology for hoes
now. We transitioned. We're in the friend zone.
We're friends now. We have fun.
Translation to all the listeners. This bitch I used to fuck just text me, and I was telling her I'm trying to fuck again. See what that pussy hitting on.
Wasn't there.
Hey, don't do that to him, man. Don't do that to him. You heard what he told us last week. The boy in love.
Yeah. This nigga.
Go ahead.
I almost dropped the TA watching that.
The boy in love.
I was joking somewhere. I got elite connection.
He said, "Fuck EP, EC."
Elite vibration. I was looking at the phone like she ate your butt, nigga.
Yeah, hey,
she ate your butt.
That's what it was. Why you ain't say that? AP, now I'm mad at you for not saying that. That's what I would have said. Why didn't you say that, man? Come here, man. Why didn't you say that, man? God damn it, AP.
Solid in guitar this weekend. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
A salad tosser will get that nigga's heart wide open, huh?
See, that's the stuff that can be distracting. That's
like,
why some of these niggas falling for that cucumber.
I'm like, she told his ass. This nigga was like,
she was in that nigga ass, bro. He was like, he was singing this shit. That nigga was. Nigga hit a soprano.
Yeah, I was looking at the joint like I ain't even gonna respond to this nigga.
Hey, go ahead.
That nigga was dream with the falsetto, nigga.
He wanted us to ask so bad. What was interesting about your weekend?
We ain't asked shit.
Get your ass out of here, nigga. Where the flies at, nigga?
Yo, niggas ain't shit. Hey, time out. For the listeners.
Niggas are hilarious.
For the listeners right quick. Y'all gotta know that niggas ain't shit because the homie Hunter reached out to his brothers trying to show us how much he had a great elevated weekend. And we sitting over here laughing at this nigga in our minds, having side jokes about this nigga's love. And then, well, hey, yo, we ain't shit, because not one of us said, hey, great, Hunter. We didn't respond. And now I see we didn't respond because we both were laughing.
Now I know why y'all niggas didn't respond. That's why I'm laughing. Like, these motherfuckers did not appreciate anything I said, I was about to say, I was willing to say.
Hey,
but I'm glad y'all brought that up, though. Okay. I'm glad y'all brought that up. Because it fits exactly what we talking about, right? All the different things with men and women. And I was getting ready to talk about, like, love. And, we was talking about the marriage certificates and shit like that. Like, I was just talking to an old friend.
Okay. Facts.
That shit went left after that. An old friend, she was talking about, a situation she's going through that she's coming out of like a 2-year relationship, it's not working. Okay. You know what I'm saying? She was talking about love. And I was like, well, if you process things from emotions, or emotionally more than logically, you're going to look to validate everything based on feeling.
Oh.
I'm about to say some shit. Y'all niggas, everybody need to listen.
Talk that shit.
Talk to him.
So if you process everything based on emotion, you can easily be misled sexually or communication-wise, or just from a compatibility and understanding standpoint, much less an energy or spiritual connection, because emotions can throw that off. But if you're using your logic, you're not going to evaluate everything with emotions. When you talk about how important communication is, that's not based on just love. Right. That's based on articulation, how things are received, and then how you all apply the shit. That has nothing to do with how you feel about somebody entirely. Or, emotions are more important than actually putting the effort into communication. It's like people can be in, like you see people in relationships for long amounts of time. So they got love, kids, houses, all that shit, but can't talk to each other.
Can't talk shit.
don't know how to work through an issue.
Yeah.
Love ain't gonna fix that. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to
Uh-huh.
assess the type of connections that you're making, especially based on who you are, where you're going, and what you want out of life. If you can't assess, if you can sit down and talk to somebody, or how you just naturally feel when you're around them, if you can all get lost in time and do certain things to where maybe sex don't matter, maybe how you necessarily feel about them don't matter, but you can generally talk to them or vibe with them.
Let me say one thing, bro. You said a lot of things just now. It was great. I want to say that word communication really irks me when I'm talking to women, because women always be using that word as if niggas don't talk. And I've heard women say shit like, men don't know how to communicate. This is what I've really realized. Women think the overuse of words is communicating, and it's not. Like and they think if you're saying something while you're angry, you're communicating. No, it's not. Communication is also using your ears too. It's not just picking your time to talk. Communication is actually using your ears more than your fucking voice. Prime example. Let me ask you this. Y'all both saw that little clip of Joe Budden and Nicki Minaj going at it.
I caught up on it today.
Caught up on it. You did too, right? Do you think Nicki Minaj is the type of woman that you could communicate with?
I'm extremely. I would love to have a conversation with Nicki.
Do you think that's possible?
Nicki would talk to you like you wasn't shit. Nigga.
Talk through you and at you and never to you.
And if you listen to Beanie Siegel talk about his beef with Meek Mill, his problem was he didn't like how Nicki was treating Meek Mill.
What?
I
never heard him say that.
Me neither.
He had like a 15-20 minute interview about Meek Mill people beat him up and shit.
Yeah.
So he was like two of his problems was he was trying to get Meek to do a show and it was a bag waiting for him if he can get Meek to do the show and he backed out.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm sorry, it was 3. The third thing was when he backed out of the beef and shit with the game.
Yeah.
And the third thing was him trying to give Meek game on how to deal with Nicki. And he was saying like, man, I knew some of the stuff she was saying to this nigga, how she was treating this nigga, and I was telling him like, you need to do XYZ. So I know for a fact a woman that powerful with that kind of mouth, and nah, you can't. Ain't no talking.
She has ulterior motives. It seems depending on who she talking to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
I've never heard her like make any sense.
That's one of the things I said earlier. Like that whole argument and all that shit, they wasn't really talking about shit.
No, they was just going back and forth. But the reason why I brought her up is because let's say she has a very cult-like following with women that support the imagery that she puts out.
You getting somewhere.
So what I'm saying is, when I'm talking about all women being toxic and all that shit, I don't want to seem like I'm picking on them, but you can tell by the women that they choose to exalt and identify with that shows you the level of the low activity mentally that we're dealing with here.
I understand, that's accurate.
Yeah, and so that's all I'm saying. When I don't never want to pick on our sisters. I'm just saying that it's growing to me increasingly visible that they're becoming more and more distant to be able to work with. It's not just niggas ain't shit. That's not just the story. We got the other side of the story is that we got toxic women who have been affected by this rape culture society through capitalism, through religion, all this shit. Our women bitch being beat down.
White supremacy fucking us up.
It's fucking us up. And at the end of the day, they looking at us like we the new prey. You know what I'm saying? We the new food on the plate. You know what I'm saying?
To go to the point you was talking about communication with your woman and how women communicate. Something to look for in an elite connection shit, right? Can you talk to a woman, but you're listening now. So when I say talk to, listening is a part of that, right? Okay. Can she articulate how she feels without using kind of taking the emotion out in a sense? So can you talk about something that angers you without being angry and disrespectful? You understand what I'm saying?
Maybe not. I mean, and that's just a human emotion. Women's biggest problem in communicating is thinking we understand shit without them having to tell us.
Oh, man.
And most niggas, we don't listen to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we listen, but we ain't listening, if that makes any sense. Like, sometimes...
Which is a problem on our fault.
It's a problem, but it's like... that, and then it's a lot of shit they think we just supposed to know.
That's a terrible misnomer.
How many times a girl told you, like, you like, what's wrong? And she like, you just left the trash sitting on the table. You like, you
but
ain't
she
say
about
nothing.
to say something. Never.
You like, you ain't say nothing though. You ain't say nothing. She like, I shouldn't have had to.
You always
yes,
have
the
to,
fuck
lady.
you did.
You always have
You
to.
know you're supposed to sit that goddamn trash
I
out,
was
nigga.
thinking about bars. I was thinking about the podcast.
See, that's-
I
that's-
missed that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, true.
And people miss that.
Right, and they think, oh, you just supposed to know. No, we don't. Just open your motherfucking mouth and talk to me. Just tell me. If you tell me something and I don't do what you tell me to do, then you got a point.
Yeah.
But if your motherfucking ass just sitting there looking at me and shit, and you think you motherfucking Magneto or Professor X and shit, you trying to Professor X and nigga, I'm gonna walk right by your dumb ass. You ain't got no human power.
And that's the thing. A nigga in that situation will walk like, I don't know what's wrong with her. I still want some head about 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's like,
Once
oh,
you shake that
she
shit
mad
off.
again?
Then you get that mad cucumber head. Then you get that mad cucumber head.
But see, that's my point. And of course, you know, I don't want to seem like we just speaking against the women. I'm pretty sure they want men to articulate their emotions and
Oh,
traumatic
this was
experiences
definitely
too.
a show we should have had some women here to
But I guess we didn't know
Hey,
we were going
fuck
into that
that.
zone.
Nah,
women
y'all
was
ain't
not
make it,
getting away.
so fuck it.
Y'all was getting away and lie and say that y'all ain't
use
these
a
women
male
we talking about.
perspective here, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's something to look out for. More important than sex. More important than how you feel about them. More important than certain other things. Can she communicate what she's been through? Because I know what I was saying earlier is that I think now what I'm realizing based on my years of experience with women, it doesn't matter what they go through that's a bad experience. They not forgetting about it. They not overcoming it without the help of the next relationship. And I think that's something that men have to understand.
Hold up, man. Is that right?
I don't think it is, but I
Okay.
think that's part of the dysfunction that we've been taught in this white
yeah.
supremacy world of system.
Oh, you like not taught directly, but indirect.
It's indirect because
I got you. I'm with you.
because what women would now, she'll remember everything she went through with the previous dude. Now she like her defense is up for that. Off books. The moment you do that, you gonna get what the last nigga might not have gotten. She's like, oh, I got this motherfucker. I ain't gonna get beat on this shit again.
Yeah.
But if she's intelligent enough to articulate that beforehand and see if you're able to be consistent in your words and actions and understanding it, that's something to pay attention to.
But you know what? I'm with you, and I totally agree. The listening thing is something that every man should be attentive on when they trying to figure out if this woman is somebody they should be with. Because a lot of women don't know how to articulate what they've been through and what they still dealing with, right? But another thing that we men don't really be able to shine a light on is that we dealing with a lot of our women who haven't been raised by fathers. So they've been having a mother who hates their baby, hate their father. So we got a lot of women that subconsciously don't have respect for men. And it shows in the way that they talk and the way that they treat men inconsistently. So, and that's what I'm saying that I'm coming across that I'm learning a lot of the women that I've been noticing have had some sort of broken relationship with their fathers. And it causes them to have some sort of disconnect with the man in the future. It's almost, and it's not just them disconnecting with a man that's not being right by them. It's also disconnecting with a man that's doing right by them. It's also because it's
they
like
can't recognize it. How would they know?
Exactly.
But you got niggas like me. I wasn't raised by my dad. But you expect me to know how to be this perfect nigga?
Now think about that.
So my father was Tupac and some nigga on the corner who was telling me fuck every bitch I ran into. You know what I'm saying? So then you mad at me when I'm fucking all these bitches and you know what I'm saying? So it's
if
like
that's what your precedent of teaching is, what you supposed to do?
This nigga won't stop letting the gun go. I don't know if it's broke.
No.
Should have seen that nigga face.
No. If you would have heard this nigga, I hope y'all heard what this nigga just said, man.
Clips coming soon, people.
God damn.
But think about that. So imagine if a woman didn't have a father and the man didn't.
Or
Now
vice versa.
what?
Or vice versa. The woman had the man,
And
I didn't have mine. So now you hold me to your dad's standard, and I don't know what that life is about. You know what I'm saying? I taught myself this from 5 till when I got with you. I'm still figuring this shit out. Women have to really recognize that and be like, okay, I'm gonna help you through this process to mature into the nigga that I see that you could be.
Let me say that.
Are we ready to do that for
Let me
people?
say this. Let me say this though. This is where I only disagree with you. Only. And I want to let you know this is a small percentage. You've been knocking shit out the park. I want to tell you that I believe that the person who's aware that they started off from a position of lacking needs to be aware of that and self-accountable moving forward. So it's like you need help, yes, but you also have to know that I have to be aware that I'm gonna be fucking up in this process. So
The person need to be aware, or the person who needs help.
The person needs help. Because what I'm saying is, you saying that if I haven't been raised by a father, and the woman has, and she's holding you to this standard that you don't know nothing about, what I'm saying is that the understanding that you don't know nothing about that has to be with you as well. And what I'm saying is, so you have to do the individual work on your own as well, just as much as she has to be invested in your help. It's got to be both sides. It can't be just her building you up. You got to be building yourself up by yourself too.
Facts, but it's
You
like
have to be taught that too.
but look, it's like it's still a process because she riding with me, but I can't ask for help. You feel me? I'm a man.
That's the ego.
See what I'm saying?
No, but it's like, who do I go to for help? I ain't got no
That's what we
father.
taught. Figure
I
out.
can't go to your father because he's always gonna tell me what to do in your benefit.
Yeah.
Half of these niggas around me don't know no better. So who do I go to for help?
Yeah.
It's a lonely place.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's a lonely place.
That's what I'm saying.
It's easy to resort to. Fuck that shit. I'm just gonna do it my way.
Bruh.
You either here with me or you not.
Bruh.
You feel me?
But time out. Because what you just said, because you hitting that wall, and all of a sudden you start looking, you like, I'm alone, nigga.
When you get backed up against the wall, what do you do?
Oh, I shine, I swing.
You come out swinging. You get on defense mode.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say to you is,
Talk to me, King.
you know, it will get better, and if your woman is strong enough for that ride to help, you know what I'm saying, and y'all strong enough together, y'all will get through it, and you'll look back on a lot of shit and be like, man, that shit wasn't even. I could have handled that differently.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like give and take. I'm not, but all the shit that we talking about right now is deep shit
This
that
is
people.
deep.
We need to talk about this
but
shit,
it's
King.
like people don't get into that.
But you know-
It's
but you know why?
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know
That's
they
why we
don't.
Krown 360.
Exactly. You know why they don't? Because one emotion people don't want to address, or feeling, I should say, is vulnerability.
Yeah.
And
See,
it pops
and
up
I don't
in
have no
communication.
problem being vulnerable because yeah.
Now I'm saying, like, think about not growing up with a father on either side, or whatever issues or your story is on either side. Imagine articulating that to somebody and just wondering what they're going to do with it, how they think, how it's going to affect their interactions with you. That's why people hold shit in. That's why communication is so fucking important.
That shit'll burn you up. That's why, like, when niggas talk about like having shrinks and people to talk to,
That's
like
necessary.
black people, we look down on that shit.
Shit is necessary.
But it's real shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Once you, like you said, because even just talking about it right now, if you got somebody who had both parents with a great relationship and they got raised up by them, and then you got one person who didn't have a mother, that nigga's gonna struggle with something.
Yeah.
Because a part of what you had, he's missing.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to tap into that, and he can't be vulnerable enough with you,
I want
You know?
to ask you a question, because
Yeah.
I want that picture right there. The willingness to ask questions, the willingness to defer to the person who had that, which you didn't. It has to exist, right? Like, you have to be willing to accept that person, be it it's a woman, and you know niggas don't listen to women. You know what I'm saying? You just said it earlier.
Yeah.
But this woman has started off with more enriched foundation.
Right.
So that ego that we have has to have a back seat when this woman is telling you something of substance.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. That I'm learning that even women have that ego. It ain't just a man thing. It's an ego.
It's a
period.
human. People have it.
Women have ego. Where I don't want this nigga to be right.
Right.
I don't want this nigga to know that he's right about what he's saying about me. I don't want this nigga to know that he got all the jewels.
I don't think that's what it is. Like
that's what it
in
is.
my situation, I just was too immature to recognize what we sitting there talking about today. Like, some people got problems and don't know they got problems, or can't come to grips with it.
It's
It's like a motherfucker telling you, like, bro, you're an alcoholic, and it's like,
That's true.
nigga, I only drink 5 days a week. I'm off 2 days. Nigga, I can drive drunk.
Yeah.
You know, you got niggas who just can't come to grips with, nigga, you have an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
but it's so
That's true.
Even the Bible says it. You know what I'm saying? We're not Bible thumpers, but only a fool counsels about himself.
everybody don't read the Bible, my nigga.
So
I don't
exactly.
read the Bible.
So exactly.
So you can't hold me to a Bible standards if I don't know the
Or
word.
anything you don't know. What a person doesn't. Somebody told me this before. What a person doesn't know, they don't know.
Right.
It's motherfuckers that lost their life out here because they faked on a nigga that had a gun. We just talked about the story where the mother took her 2 daughters in Arkansas to go fight her beef.
Oh,
they
stupid.
thought they had the ups. Her kids got murked in front of her. She was
And she
think about
ran
it.
off.
And she ran off. If she knew that was going to happen, she probably wouldn't have done it. But that ain't life. That's why when you commit into unforeseen, you have to really understand what you're doing. You really have to understand it, and people generally don't because we kind of duplicate what we're taught or what we see other people do. Mm-hmm. So what we're talking about right now is like a real willingness to, if you don't know something, are you willing to be taught?
Yeah,
are you humble enough to be taught?
That's what I was saying.
Or on the other side, being a teacher is tough when the student ain't getting the lesson. Are you willing to be able to fight through and be patient?
Hold on. Don't you use different terms like fight through, because I be choking bitches and niggas gonna think I'm talking about choking bitches.
Okay, if you I can't even say push through. To work through.
Okay, there we go.
Are you willing to work? But see, that's the thing. You can meet somebody. You can be with somebody for years and they hide something or suppress something they never been through and spring it on you in year 10 or year 2 or 5. Mm-hmm. But when you come across it, are you willing to do what's necessary to work through it to get the end result of what you committed to is with being with this person and being happy and fulfilled? We're not getting this tutelage when we kids.
Nah.
We're not getting this tutelage when we adolescents and figuring out ourselves sexually and going through high school and college, and then we have this one general game plan of what to do. You know what I'm saying? You go to college, you find if you don't got your sweetheart from high school, you find one in college, you get married, you make all these long-term investments, kids, houses, cars, blah, blah, blah. You're going to live happily ever after. Yeah. Nobody's telling you the details of any of this shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't tell you because they don't know.
Yeah.
Just because somebody made you. Yeah. Both of my parents are twice divorced. So when we talk about relationships, right, that's something that's big for them. They don't want their failed relationships to impact me in a negative way. And I'm like, nah, I've seen the good things and the bad things. But that's why I do things a little bit differently.
But see that, and that's why I'm glad you shared that, bro, because that's why I put so much on that's why I get annoyed when people be asking me questions about that marriage shit, because I've seen people be together and just exist. And you can't tell me.
I heard you say that.
And these same people would look at me and tell me, why you not doing what we doing? And I'm looking like, nigga, like, because I learned, like, because when I was a kid, right, I used to be moving a lot, right? We moved from fucking Maplewood to Sheridan Street to Harrison Avenue to Mace Drive. We was moving all the time. So I always had a want to be stable, want to be somewhere and have friends and just be somewhere. But I realized that mindset fucked me up in what really life was meant to do. It's meant for you to always grow, always move. Everything's supposed to be new. You ain't supposed to be somewhere and sitting there and waiting to die for the rest of your life. So when I learned that on an individual note, now I'm looking back at my people and I'm looking back at other people that's married, and I'm like, if all y'all did was sit there and make babies and wait to die, that's not what I want for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I wanted just to be in one spot and just sit there and die, my nigga, life was passing me by, and I was growing increasingly upset with myself. So what I'm saying is, why would I now be married and now just find another person to just be increasingly upset with both of ourselves with? Like,
but somebody will tell you to do the wrong thing to validate them.
Well, us as black people do that out of ignorance, because most of the shit that we do makes us feel good about who we are.
Maybe more out of dysfunction, because it validates who you didn't surpass.
You're right. Dysfunction. You're right.
You didn't get a happiness that I didn't know how to find. So misery loves company. So if that's the funny thing about some of the, like you was asking about early in the group chat, like, do you know people that are really, really, truly happy in relationships?
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like I think I do sometimes, and then you get a surprise phone call or text.
Yeah. And niggas like, going through it, yeah.
And then they be like, man, Hunter, man, like,
I'm about to kill this bitch.
Or it's like, man, I should have been like you. I should have waited. Or I should have.
That's life, though.
That's life.
Nothing is consistently on a good thing. Nigga. Sometimes you got money.
People have a problem with that.
What you mean?
Because we're taught an imbalanced truth of. That's why black people are feel good people. That's why we're not solution based. We're chasing what feels good. We're in the midst of presidential election. Police still killing niggas. We got mass shooters all over the motherfucking place, and it's a chicken sandwich frenzy right now. Mm-hmm. People are chasing a feel good feeling. That's it.
I don't identify with that shit.
Right, that's why I was saying. That's why I was saying. It's like, you know what? Now I'm gonna just refer to black people, African Americans. It's the feel good folks. Mm-hmm. That's it. A motherfucker will kill you to feel good,
folks. That's gonna be the name of the episode.
It's the feel good folk. It is what it is. Niggas are not really addressing problems. looking at potential solutions, trying to work towards them to see what fix, repeat, kind of alter the plan somewhat when you want to apply it to different things. People are trying to really, really find what makes them feel good most of the time while they're alive, to
like
to
the
validate
Matrix.
their existence.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you run into the same problem again, but that's why you see people turn to the bottle or sex or drugs or whatever their vice is to help them get through or to escape, and they never deal with the problem.
Right.
And people will build their lives and relationships around never addressing problems. Just feeling good.
Yes, my nigga. And that right there is why I make comments about charity. I make comments about religion. Is because I tell my woman, right? I say, if we was arguing about new shit every day, I would never be upset, because that would show me that I believe that with growth it's going to be turbulence. But if we argue about new shit, that show me you growing. But if we argue about the same shit over and over again, that shit becomes fucking depleting, nigga. Like, nigga want to quit, because I'm like, nigga, I can't, my life, my mental capacity, I'm always focused on growing. I can't keep coming back to the old shit from 3 years ago and arguing with you about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that really drove me to that's what happened in a relationship where I couldn't take that. It's like I'm not confrontational, but I don't duck wreck in a sense. Like, whatever the problem is or issue is, let's just face it.
right.
Like, I can't deal with you suppressing something for 3 years, 4 years, and then bringing it up later. Like, we don't get that time back, Slim. Get focused. If you're not at peace with it, why you holding on to it?
Facts. Facts.
Especially if you can't let it go.
Facts, nigga. But
fix that shit.
But that's us as black people.
Right.
We will
That's what our problem is.
we will create an identity based upon our wounds.
That's some serious shit right there. Might
nigga.
need to say that one again.
We base our identities around our wounds. And soon as we heal, our wounds begin to heal, then our identities change. And we don't like that shit. Oh, no, we changing. Oh, no.
Change is a bad word for our people.
Oh, my nigga, we hate change, bro. I used to be like
why?
that.
Because change don't feel good.
Right.
Feel good folks don't like change.
Hey, yo, all right, we got a couple minutes left. We ain't even talk about none of the shit
I know.
that we was talking about.
I think it's something important we need to talk about. Tell them about the show, man. Tell the people about the show.
920, man.
920.
We working on our promo, man. We working on our promo. 920 Smith's Public Trust, Northeast. I don't have the exact address. We throwing our first elite vibes showcase, Krown 360. So we're going to have rappers, poets, singers, spoken word. We want to really highlight the talent in the D.C. area and surrounding areas.
DMV.
And then in the DMV. And this is not... This is a series. This is something that we're going to continuously do. So this is the first one. So I'm excited about it. I'm going to let y'all chime in on it from y'all perspectives. We're going to be hosting it. We throwing it. It's a real self-contained event. And we want to kind of elevate the ways that we can give artists the opportunities to make money, to monetize, to build their brands, to perform for their audience they following, to build up their audience and they following. All the stuff we recognize that hasn't worked for us in different areas of where we have gotten to or before we have gotten to hit.
Right. And on top of what the brother said, this ain't no open mic.
No, sir.
You ain't going to be able to come up and sign no fucking list and have to wait all night.
Got to make the cut.
Nah. So what you do is you reach out to Cool Hunter, you reach out to Godflow Joe, you reach out to AP Fresh, or you just reach out to the Krown 360 page. And if you inquire and you want to, you know what I'm saying, invest in yourself, because like the brother said, this is going to be a concert series. So we going to be putting on 4 elite artists that's actually about elevating the craft first, and then everything else second. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a videographer there. It's gonna be a real big moment, and it's gonna be something that's gonna be the first of many. So I'm letting y'all know now. Reach out to us now. And so y'all can get that info. So like I said, this shit is gonna be lit. You know what I mean? We already got a few motherfuckers that's already down. So I'm letting y'all know y'all gonna wanna be there. Like,
get your press kits ready, present yourself professionally. I mean, we're not knocking anybody aspiring to do anything. I was telling Joe this the other day. It's like we worked our way to get to a certain point. This shit is not a hobby.
Yeah.
This shit is not for fucking fun. We're not investing our time, effort, and energy into this shit just because we want to be popular on social media with podcast clips.
Yeah.
This is a means to an end. We created a platform where we now can present ourselves in other ways with the other things we're working on, whether it's me writing a book, selling clothes, selling music, doing shows. We are multifaceted. So we're really going to continue to show that to people. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
AP, you got anything you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
man, I think y'all said it all. Definitely slots will be available. You know what I'm saying? So hit us up so we can talk about what kind of package you can get. Bring your people out, man. Come out, show love, man. I don't like niggas tricking the system. Joe think I trick the system when you bring a lot of people and they show you a lot of love and you don't really know how you did, man. Tell your people come show love to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come in there, do your thing. We call it elite for a reason. We want to see elite talent. You know what I'm saying? I want to walk into the room and feel like, oh shit, it's gonna be a rough night. You know what I'm saying? What I'm going on, because that motherfucker singer was good. You know what I'm saying? So just come out, have a good time, man. And
hold on, I want to add on. I ain't gonna cut you off, but this ain't. If you want to be competitive, but be with good nature though. Because what we not doing, we not promoting niggas to be standing around, not supporting niggas and not engaging in niggas shit. Because we know how it is to be artists, we know how it is to be creatives, and we know this shit is hard, right? This shit ain't easy, but we love this shit. So nigga, if you want to come out and have a good time, you want to be part of a community that we, and that's the thing, we gonna start that love, that shit that DMV don't have, where people don't know how to come and support. Where niggas only want to come to an event and sit quiet until they man get on, then they get on and be all happy. Nah, nigga, we ain't about that shit. We about niggas having fun. We ain't gonna see nothing but smiles all day, nigga. If you mugging, I'm gonna say get the fuck out of here, because we everybody about peace and love, and we about elevating this shit, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so 9/20, save the date, man. We'll have more info coming. Just wanted to put that out there, because it's almost less than a month away.
And for you niggas that can't count and you don't know, now it's September 20th. You niggas don't know what 9 means.
10 p.m., 2 a.m., right? That's what we're doing, 10
Yes,
p.m.
sir.
to 2 a.m. So it's going to be a beautiful thing, the first of many. Like I said, reach out to all of us for whatever questions, packages, and shit. You got to see if you fit the bill, man. You know what I'm saying? Like think about this. This is a question for you. This is a rhetorical question for yourself. Are you doing something, or are you about to do something? Are you doing something, or are you trying to do something?
On that note, hell, Hunter just told y'all niggas, do the shit. Holler back.
Gone.
Easy.